Okay, my name is Mark Lawn, European Marketing Manager for Canon Europe, and I have a particular interest in the professional print market. Okay, so from a Canon perspective, we have two broad platforms for our customers. One is the new imageRUNNER ADVANCE, which is the product that's been launched here today, and we also have the imagePRESS range. And basically what we have now is two complementary platforms which allow our customers to make the right investment based on their profile of work. The imageRUNNER ADVANCE is a lower investment cost than the imagePRESS, but is targeting lower volume customers. The imagePRESS, of course, is about much more high volume customers, and really providing them with a technology that allows them to run the applications that would sit with that.
How do they compare with conventional offset printing equipment, and what are the key differences?
Well, it offers a very different service. One of the biggest differences between traditional printing, or offset printing as you describe it, and digital printing is, of course, the ability to print one run length of one document effectively, which drives a concept that we call print on demand, allowing customers to print exactly the quantity they need, to ensure that they can have that as quickly as possible, and to ensure that, of course, because of the ease with which you can print digitally, you don't have the setup times that a conventional printer would have to create the plates, to obviously make the press ready, to ink up the press and make it ready for production. So if you look at the differences, then it's really about digital printing being able to address a short run, print on demand. The conventional presses are much more for longer runs.
What's the lifespan of the equipment?
Good question. If you look at current technology, the CLC range from Canon, for example, we have customers who've invested in technology 7-8 years ago that is still working in very much a vital part of their operation. So, you know, the life cycle of the digital devices is certainly quite long, and if we look at imagePRESS and our customers who invest in imagePRESS and who maybe finance imagePRESS, then typically they'll buy that machine over 5 years, and you would expect that to be profitable and to be a very vital part of their operation throughout that period. So, you know, it's difficult again to pin down, but a significant amount of time. And
do you offer some sort of financing options for businesses?
Yeah, access to cash right now in a challenging economic time is very difficult. And what Canon tries to do is work with each individual customer to understand their specific circumstances, to understand what they're trying to achieve. And gaining finance through our partners is a key part of that. So yes, we work on a country by country basis and customer by customer to ensure that we can package the solution in the right way, and that would include finance.
What are the startup and calibration time and procedures?
So when we look at the imageRUNNER ADVANCE, then you can be operational with the device very quickly. The idea is to be able to almost power up the machine and start producing almost immediately. So from that perspective, it's very productive. It's very flexible in terms of the capacity and the production that it offers. In terms of colour management and consistency of the print, then we have some inbuilt technologies that will allow our customers to ensure that page to page within the run, and obviously from job to job, there is consistency in the colour. Within the server, there are some very specific colour management tools that allow our customers to profile their technology. So you can do custom profiling to the paper stocks that you're producing on to make sure that you're achieving the best quality possible on the imageRUNNER ADVANCE.
How environmentally responsible are these across all stages, from manufacturing to actual usage?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the imageRUNNER ADVANCE has been designed with the environment in mind, and as you can see from the presentation yesterday, the introduction of the use of bioplastics is an important step forward in how we actually manufacture the devices. We've also designed them to ensure that the startup times are as quick as possible, so the power that's utilised in them to make sure that they're ready to produce is minimised as much as possible. And we've also sought to reduce the CO2 emissions from the devices themselves. The very nature of the imageRUNNER being a print-on-demand device, and we made a comparison earlier between offset and digital. Printing on demand by its very nature is environmentally friendly because you're printing exactly the right quantity of your print run specific to your own requirements. So therefore we're minimising the wastage, and even personalising documents reduces wastage even further. So print on demand by its very nature is also an environmentally friendly print process.
How is Canon enabling small to medium businesses with limited technology know-how to better understand these products?
Well, I think the Canon approach is very much, we spend a long time working together with our customers in what we would call a discovery stage, which is really trying to understand their business, their objectives, what it is they're trying to achieve, and making sure that we work very hard as a partnership to ensure that we're achieving those goals. Now, the best example of that is obviously the investment in any technology. The press, for example, imageRUNNER ADVANCE, is one step of the process, and we're working very, very hard to make sure they're getting a very good return on investment. So we have things like our Essential Business Builder program, which is about helping our customers to develop sales and marketing expertise to ensure that they can develop their business to ensure they're getting the maximum return on investment. So that might be about new print services, it might be new ideas for attacking new market segments, for example. But all of that support is part and parcel of what Canon offers our customers as part of the solution. I think the investment in the press is almost, only one part of the solution. Making sure you've got the right workflow, making sure you've got the right application sets, making sure you're able to price the job in an appropriate way, making sure you're able to sell added value. These are all very important and vital parts of helping businesses to be successful, and that's a very big focus area for Canon.
It's interesting you pointed out that it's not just the technology skills but the business skills.
Absolutely, absolutely. Again, you mentioned earlier on about the difference between offset and digital. What we find is that when you have an offset printer, they're very used to working in a specific way. They have very specific skills, and the way that they price their work and sell their work is very specific to I guess the traditions. When it comes to implementing a digital technology, then we find that we have to almost educate in all aspects of those as well. We need to make sure we can develop the right skills, make sure that they have the right workflow, make sure that they have the right pricing models, and all of these things are vital to be able to selling added value and being profitable, and again driving that return on investment. And we spend a huge amount of time investing from a people perspective and also from a resource perspective in those areas.
Would this make more sense as add-on equipment rather than, say, the backbone of a startup print business?
Actually, the imageRUNNER ADVANCE, if you're a commercial printer looking to invest in digital for the first time, then we see the imageRUNNER ADVANCE as a fantastic first investment. The quality is excellent. The ability to print onto coated stocks, both oversized SRA3 and up to 300 grams, means that you can really develop a whole host of very exciting and very innovative applications which are right for selling on into the market for some significant benefits. When you then consider that maybe you're developing your volumes, then the volume range that the imageRUNNER ADVANCE can support and service is ideal for maybe startup. But one other side of that is that maybe as you say, an add-on, maybe the customer already has an imagePRESS and has already got a very strong portfolio of digital work and digital customers. One of the ways in which they might introduce imageRUNNER ADVANCE is as a backup device. Again, making sure that you've got the productivity and the quality, the inline finishing, and all of those aspects that are so important to today's digital print business. During yesterday's demonstration, then there was the demonstration of the Adobe lifecycle, which is really about managing content throughout the document's lifecycle, being able to identify the purpose of a document and therefore how it should be utilised and shared. And that collaboration between Adobe and Canon allows us to make sure that documents within an organisation, as well as outside of an organisation, as a valuable asset is really protected. And again, with the imageRUNNER ADVANCE launch, what you're seeing is hardware technology and software technologies converging into a platform, and print just happens to be part of the platform. The security of documents, for example, as you say, or document collaboration through SharePoint is another aspect of
Right.
that workflow and that document lifecycle and the collaboration around that.